Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Hot, hot.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the game?
Let's go now.
Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Herc! Herc! Right there, Herc! Get up!
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
You're all set. Reset.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Oh, lady.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Jones will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And once again, that middle going to be clogged up as he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Go, lady. Reset.
Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. Able to get away. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Set it. Ready.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Throwing is Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Check go.
To the air, Williams. That is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. And now an audible here into something else.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, ready.
To throw, it's Williams. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The Bears at 2-8 now on the year, and they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Big Lion. Hut, hut.
To throw, Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Adunze. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hut.
Throwing again here, Williams. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Red 80. We're going to set. Reset.
Darnold. Flushed out right. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
We're going to set. Reset.
Throwing again is Darnold. His throw incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Addison hauls it in. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll fire deep, looking for more. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced.
It got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as a...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Come on, come on.
Looking to throw is Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So really a nightmare of a first half for him, Charles. His second lost fumble already.
And when they hand us a stat sheet, Brandon, and we see 2 lost fumbles, we usually think quarterback or running back, don't we? It's not often you see guys on the perimeter lose the ball like that.
Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
We go, set.
Now Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Red 80. Yo, 80. Yo, 80. Reset.
Darnold from the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
We go, set.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. He lets one go deep for Addison. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Dancing to his left. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears get a bit closer. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw is Darnold. He lets one go deep for Addison. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage on 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Darnold now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Real set.
Here's Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 32 yards. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And that is going to be wide to the right and no good. But penalty flags shower in. And I think this is going to wind up a first down. Another extra point opportunity here. And that stretches the lead to 27. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here we go, shot. Get up.
From the gun, here's Williams. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
18, Pioneer. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions. You're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw, Darnold. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Darnold. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And this throw will be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough, and that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
We go set. It's set.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Set. Reset.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set.
Here's Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Reset.
Again, Darnold.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Reset.
Now it's Darnold.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Let's go.
Throwing is Williams. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Cameron Bynum.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go, set. Red 80. Reset.
Play action. It's Darnold.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Reset.
An inside give to Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Reset.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air, Williams. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Shut up! Check go!
To throw, it's Williams.
And his throw is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We're going to start.
Jefferson moving in motion left.
Reset.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Now that run, That's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
We go red 80. Reset.
Darnold. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
We go set.
Back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Go set. Red
And
80.
Darnold's going to change the play.
We go yellow 80. Face set.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.